Internet, I'm the Soho Chef Man, and today we're going to make a Cuban style Ropa Vieja with this Versatility cooker that our friends at WestBend sent us. Hey the Internet, so we have the Versatility cooker here all the way on high, and I put a tablespoon of oil in here, and it's kind of hot to hold. So, let me get my gloves on. What we have over here is a delicious flank steak from Pino's Prime Meat Market, and I just salted it because it's a huge chunk of meat, and we need to get a browning on this, which will help impart a nice flavor to the end dish. So let's go ahead and throw this down. And we'll do this for about 5 to 7 minutes aside. I'll show you what this looks like when it's done browning. Okay, so it's been about, I don't know, maybe like 8 minutes aside. We have a little bit of brown on here. And now we have to start working on the sauce. So we have a little bit of oil in here, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more. That's maybe another like 2 teaspoons. And then we need to start browning these onions. Throw all the onions in, and we'll throw all the peppers in. And we want this to kind of cook down, so it says about 12 to 14 minutes. It'll probably be about that. So when these are done, we'll come back. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, and it seems like these onions and peppers are pretty sweated out. And next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some garlic in there and let it get fragrant. When we come back, we're going to deglaze what we have with some wine and add some spices. We can start this slow cooking process. So let's continue to build an interesting sauce, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. So the garlic is all cooked up, and so now we're going to add a little bit of wine. About a half a cup. So that's just like a dry red wine. It'll go really nicely with the red meat. So I'm going to cook this up, and then once this is evaporated, I'm going to start adding the spices. From there, we'll have created most of the interesting parts to this sauce. So I'll see you again back here in 5 minutes. The wine has mostly evaporated, so let's try to make this sauce a little bit more interesting, or the seasoning for it is more interesting. So we're going to throw in some cumin seeds for a little smokiness, some paprika for a little bit of color and smokiness, a little bit of cayenne pepper for some heat, some oregano to add some interesting flavor, and a little bit of black pepper. We'll add a little bit of salt. We haven't salted this yet. And I'm going to switch to a wooden spoon because we want this to get all coated. Wow, that smells great. What we have here is like a very interesting, aromatic, you know, onions, chilies, and garlic kind of situation. There's a bunch of spices. And now, we've done all of the heavy lifting. So here is a 28 ounce can of San Marzano whole peeled tomatoes that I pulled the fibrous cores out of. And we're going to throw this down. So we have this. And now we're going to take the brown flank steak, and we're just going to nestle it in here. We want it mostly covered because we need it to sort of braise, right? And the last thing that we're going to do before we throw this into a 250-degree oven for 2.5 to 3 hours, put a bay leaf in. All right. So the bay leaf will also add some interesting flavor there. We're going to put a top on this WestBend Versatility cooker. All right, so I got this oven preheated, and we're gonna throw this in for 2.5 hours, and we'll check on it. We might need another half an hour, but here's what we have, and I'll see you guys in 2.5 to 3 hours. Hey, the Internet. This is our final product. This delicious, delicious flank steak swimming around in a spiced tomato sauce. which more commonly referred to is Ropa Vieja. Thank you WestBend for sending me the Versatility cooker. Now I gotta figure out what I want to eat with this. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.